Just big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge Range drives. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On play action, Rosen steps away. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Rosen off the play action. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
No, check, Patriot.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. And they'll throw it with Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Now he's going to send this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Let's go, hustle, fellas. 50-50.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter.
Hey, 20. Tiger.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
No, check. Patriot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hauling it in, Nelson. And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Room here to run. 34 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. The wrist seems fine. The legs were never a problem as DJ's in the backfield again on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
On first down, it's Rosen. Shed into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cameron, the intended receiver there. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking. 58, right over there. Right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there. Tight right.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Tannehill on 1st down. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Tannehill. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Go. Hip. 0. 50.
To the air again, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Play action here with Rosen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age, right?
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Okay, Paul, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Here we go. Play. Play.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
20.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And now it's Rosen looking, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
52's the mic, boy. 52.
On 1st and goal, Collins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and goal from inside the 5. They come up in an offset eye.
20. Tag.
Tannehill. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. To throw is Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Returning, it's Benjamin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Let's go! Clay! Check! Go, zero!
Back to throw, Tannehill. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Tannehill now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. This is Breida. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go. Hey, 20. Dude.
On second down, Collins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
That's what I'm talking about. That's it, boy. Dude.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Stay.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Let's go, get set. Run, Hunt! Run. Run, Hunt!
They'll try and run with Balaj. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll toss it to Breida, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go.
Deep. Good stuff. Running Hunt!
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So here now, big spot for the kicker. It's Caleb Sturgis. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now it's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nelson. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up!
Now a handoff. Johnson. They find some open field here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw is Rosen. Steps away to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go.
Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They go play action. It's Rosen. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gold is able to put it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. With that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Now it's Tannehill. And he whips that one incomplete there. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here's a first down run with Collins. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Run.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Short distance kick miss, no good, way wide to the right, and that changes everything here in OT. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On 1st down, it's Rosen. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First throw in overtime now for Rosen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Here's Rosen to throw. Underneath for Johnson. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And Nelson's got it here right side. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Cards, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Miami, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to